Good evening, family. This is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, here to invite you to my latest masterclass. Last year, in 2020, September, we did something called the University of You, a masterclass, 4 days long, 4 modules, but it was just me. This year, we're doing something totally different because I want this to be more impactful. This year, we're doing Come to Mises. What do you mean, come to Mises? Well, it's quite simple. You've heard of having a come to Jesus moment. Well, now I'm going to teach you how to confront your darkness, your demons, your trauma, your unhealed hurt. Come to Mises. We're going to teach you how to confront all of those things that inhibit the quality of your relationships. 4 days, 4 modules. We're going to cover emotional sobriety. We're going to cover generational curses. We're even going to cover finances and how to deal with transactional love while living in a transactional society. This is going to be a haymaker of a class, of a course. I don't want you to miss it. So with that said, this is what you need to do. Go to cometomises.com, put in the code ZOLIVE21, and you're going to get 70% off. This is one of those things you get the whole family together. You guys sit down and you watch it. It's like devotion. I remember Big Mama used to do devotion when we were young. This is like devotion, man. We're going to introduce you guys to an African spiritualist. We're going to introduce you guys to a couple of psychotherapists. It's a big deal. Don't miss it. cometomises.com.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsubs.com to find.
Now, in my previous book, The Holographic Relationship, I talked about spiritual entropy in context to the scientific model. Entropy is the second law of thermodynamics. And what that basically says is any energy system that goes on will begin to break down the longer it goes on. In relationships, this is how we find ourselves looking for that spark that was lost. Another term for entropy is hidden information. So when we talk about entropy, the longer we don't address something, the longer we don't confront something in relationship, the more the relationship begins to break down into chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode, Zolo Mansions. I'm excited to have you all here. You already know we finna go in. Please hit Sarah's Cashapp. Show Sarah some love. Oh, no. I appreciate her and her input. She's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? She's back there working the board, making it all happen.
Oh, thank you.
Also, Travis from X-Wolf. I'm running low, pimp.
The look of concern in your face.
I'm just saying, I got gray hair. I need that X-Wolf. You understand? Go to xlabsubs.com. This is a black-owned business. And again, to me, this is the alternative to Nugenics. Right? Got a lot of powerful herbs in it. Panax, ginseng, Tonkat Ali, maca root. It's got a lot of herbs, powerful herbs in it. And as you know, after 30, man's testosterone levels dip. Testosterone is not just good for dipping.
What they good for?
Ooh, let's go dipping. dipping in the sheets. No, it's also good. Testosterone is good for eyesight, brain function, everything. It is the quintessential hormone for masculinity, testosterone. This is a testosterone booster. X-Wolf. Go to X Labs, S-U-P-P-S. X Labs, SUPPS.com. Support. The Financial Edge membership group. I want you guys to go there too. Black-owned business that are providing financial resources for people who are trying to grow their money. Check these people out right now. I want you to check them out. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. They can text VOR to this number, 910-302-7149. The website is MWR. That's MWR financial.com. www.mwrfinancial.com/TSP 2020. Go there right now. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. They can help you build out your portfolio. Now, my grandbaby turned 3 on the 21st in a couple of days. I'm really excited about her. You know, we gonna have a ball. We're gonna get all the toys and little bikes and, you know, clothes and all of that. So I'm very excited about that. But her birthday is the day before the month cutoff. It'll be August 22nd. That means we will have 30 days before Come to Mises.
Oh, yes.
30 days. Now, we have gone above and beyond the call of duty, peoples, to accommodate you guys in terms of flexible pay arrangements. We have a 4-pay arrangement. We have a 70% discount code. If you're serious about getting over all of that shit, you know you got stuff in your life. People think you could just go on. You could just carry on. That's why we do these types of shows. You can't just carry on. You can't. You think you can, but you can't. You can't hide in relationships. You can't go on ignoring. Because let me say, you can, but not without effect. There will be some residual effect that are adverse in your life if you don't overcome you. Come to Mises.com. All right, as the audience grows in the chat room, let's get 5 people to sign up today during this show. Let's get 5 people to go to ComeToMises.com. ComeToMesus.com. Class begins September 22nd, 2021. 4 days long, 8 hours, special guests. Now listen, you're going to be able to access this content forever. As long as you got your email and your password, you're going to always be able to sign into Teachable and access this information. All right, come to Mises. I encourage families that are struggling, relationships that are struggling. I encourage you guys to sit down and watch this together. Right? Oftentimes we think going to a club, hanging out, going to dinner, going on vacation solves problems. It does not. The damn problems go on vacation with you. The damn problems be waiting for you to walk in the door as soon as you get back from vacation. Come to Mises. Please understand, you cannot fix your partner, but you damn sure can fix you.
Oh, Lord.
And please understand that fixing you isn't always about leaving. Do you think you fixed the problem by leaving the situation? And then when you get slightly different situation that still has some of the same characteristics as the one you left, that's just simply a continuation of the lesson you dropped out on. Relationship dropouts. Okay. Please join my Patreon. Why is that important? Because me and Ray Grady are about to do a show that's about to be exclusively on Patreon called No Class. Grady is done filming house husbands. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Real House Husbands.
Real House Husbands of Hollywood. He's done filming that. So we're about to get on that project.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to see it is on Patreon. So you might as well sign up now. Besides Patreon, my Patreon followers, they wind up seeing things and hearing about things and getting the one-up on things before anybody else does anyway. So Google Zoe Williams Patreon. It'll pop up. Sign up. $5. $10. Whatever you can do. Sign up. All right? Z-Moss! Delta. Not the airlines, nigga. Listen, Z-Moss is available at cmossbusiness.com. And what we're about to do is develop a whole nutritional line.
Oh, wow.
Of Zoe products. Z-Moss is just the beginning.
Yeah,
Iris moss, bladderwrack, burdock, black pepper. Do it, do it, do it. Also, very important announcement. I just finished editing the Shrouded Lighthouse chapter 13. We have 3 more chapters to read over and edit. Once the edit is done, manufacturing and then shipping. I'm telling you now, as is commonplace for me, I don't reprint books. Once I sell out of the initial order, I rarely go back and print up another batch. I think we're going to print up about 1,500, maybe 2,000 copies. So although we hit our mark in terms of 500 copies, people getting autographed copies, there's only going to be 2,000 copies. So I'm suggesting that if you haven't gotten your copy yet, do it today. Go to theshroudedlighthouse.com. Now, what's interesting here, that website moves a little slow. So don't think it's not working. Just be patient. It moves a little slow. theshroudedlighthouse.com. Go there now. What else we got? We got the HuriKane.
Boop. Got it.
HuriKane Report. Write it, take action, maintain freedom. The Black Al Jazeera. Go to H-report.news. Get over there right now. Support the brand. Support it, support it, support it. And don't forget to purchase the Relationship Dismount. How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. Available on Amazon.com in 3 different formats. Paperback, Kindle, and Audible. Right? Don't forget to get the holographic relationship. That's available on Kindle on Amazon.com. But if you want a physical copy, all you got to do, go to my website, IamZoWilliams.com. People have been asking, how do I promote on your show? Email me. Let me know what your budget is. If you have a small budget, we will work with you. But let me know. Email me, VOR106@gmail.com. Email me at VOR106@gmail.com. That's V as in voice, O as in of, R as in reason, voice of reason 106@gmail.com. Now the email is not voice of reason 106, it's VOR106@gmail.com. Get on there right now if you want to promote on my platform. Promote your business. Total package. Energy. Energy. Listen, they got B12. They got vitamin C. they have pea protein, and of course they have their world famous energy shot. Tell them Zoe Williams sent Total Package Energy. Buy out all of their inventory. All right. Aaron Parker, APark504 on Instagram, sent us this topic. Do modern women want a traditional man? Are modern women refusing to be traditional? To be a traditional match? Is the traditional relationship gone? Is that whole concept of a traditional relationship? What is a traditional relationship?
Yeah. What is that?
When we talk about traditional relationships, are we also talking about traditional gender roles? What are we talking about? Because what I'm starting to see is not only do you have to ball and take care of everything as a man, she could be balling too, but you still got to be able to be balling and take care of everything. What's hers is hers, and what's yours is ours.
Not 70-30.
Talking about a nothing love.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get right to it.
There's definitions.
What is the definition?
The definition for what? Do you want traditional man or modern woman first?
Let's do both.
Okay. Traditional man is defined as a man that teaches children right from wrong, raises them to live a clean lifestyle, teaches them self-control, and shows both male and female children what the next generation of men should be like. He also reads to them and plays with them. They will put your comfort before theirs.
This sounds like a good person.
Yeah, it sounds
Sounds like a responsible man. That's a traditional man.
And a modern woman.
Let's hear it.
A modern woman is anyone who is living in the now, who questions, who asks, who challenges, who stands up for her rights and for the rights of others.
Why is that labeled modern?
That's what it says on here.
Who wrote this shit? Because
that's from sugarcandybar.com.
See, because here's my thing. The definitions of both traditional man and modern woman can be applied across the board. Say it again.
Which?
The modern woman.
The modern woman. Now there's
no, just read the one you read.
The one I read? Okay. A modern woman is anyone who is living in the now, who questions, who acts, who challenges.
Stop. Who's living in the now, questioning and asking, and who challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Men do that too.
I'm saying, but that's what
Are they saying at some point in time women weren't standing up and questioning and challenging?
Yeah, the Urban Dictionary delves in more into that.
Okay, we're going to go through all of that. Mm-hmm. Because these sound like qualities that both men and women can benefit from. Mm-hmm. See, listen, when you playing a role in relationship, a gender role, you're an actor. How many times have you been labeled a good man because you held your position? You held it down.
You held it down.
You took care of everybody in spite of not wanting to.
Because you're a real man.
So if that's a real man, so is a real man not standing up for himself? Because what if you don't want to do that?
A lot of them don't.
But if you don't want to do something, are you lying to yourself?
No, you're probably being the most honest.
What I'm saying is, people get these gender roles kind of mixed up. Study Buddha. Buddha said, fuck all that. Buddha said to hell with all of it. Buddha was wealthy, Siddhartha Gautama, right? The Buddha. He was wealthy. He was a prince. He was all of that. He had a wife and a kid. The man named the kid Tether, like a leash. Did Buddha stand up for himself when he said, I choose enlightenment over the decadence of a royal life? I choose enlightenment over wealth. I choose enlightenment over fatherhood. I choose enlightenment over my wife. I choose enlightenment over everything. And I'm finna leave all of this. Do we call Buddha a deadbeat dad?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
No, I mean, I would, but I'm just saying.
Buddha is one of the most revered personages in all of humanity because of the philosophy that he developed because he went on a personal Mises journey.
Do you think that also would encourage others to do the same? Or what do you...
It encouraged the world. Buddha was 500 years before Christ. If you take, because this is the confusing part. If you take just the red words in that Bible and you match them up to Buddha's word, Jesus and Buddha's words mirror each other damn near perfectly.
What?
But he wasn't a traditional man.
No, he wasn't. He didn't have the things that Buddha had.
But I'm going back to that definition
Okay.
of a modern woman. Stood up, stand up, speak up. Don't make yourself small. Did Buddha feel like he made himself small in order to play his role as prince? His father was grooming him to become king. His story is his father sheltered him from the outside world. All he knew was palace life. That's all he knew, palace life. Then one day, one of his handlers takes him out into the marketplace to where he saw real life shit. He saw old people. He saw aging. He didn't know nothing about aging. He saw sickness. And then ultimately he saw death. And that's what made him go, man, my life is more than just this role I play.
But isn't it just like a woman, though? A woman in the 50s, they only concentrated on their families. But then they start moving into the workforce because they realize I can make my own money. I can help the household as well as I can feed the creativity that I have within me. And I can nurture that by going to college, by getting a corporate job, doing all these things and taking care of home.
Yeah.
So they sought their own enlightenment in a different kind of way. At the same time, doing greater to me than I feel like he did. He left all that. He didn't manage both. Women have been doing both.
Hold on.
Okay, excuse me.
Hold on.
Okay, oh Lord. Okay.
Where my gospel?
Hold on, okay.
My. Yes. My. Lord. Now, yes, there are women in modern times that have had to do both. Yes.
Yes, sir.
But in modern times, men have been villainized for choosing purpose over the gender role and their family role. Now, both men and women are co-responsible for bringing a life into this world. Yes, But if a man says, this ain't my purpose, in much the same way as the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, said, to hell with all of this, riches and all, family. And what he said was, he stood at the doorway of the bedroom where his wife and newborn child were asleep. And he said if he went over there to kiss them goodbye or say goodbye, he probably wouldn't have left. Buddha, like Jesus, had 12 disciples.
Lord.
Listen now.
Okay.
Hey, the work he did inspired others to do their own work. See, Buddha was a master of conquering the Mises moment. See, he knew he had demons. He knew he had to deal with what was going on with him internally. This is how he discovered this world is Maya. Sanskrit word Maya means illusion. This is how he discovered that for himself. He discovered attachment is the root of all suffering. The boy named his child Tether. How many men are held up for being great daddies, for being great men, but on the inside are bereft of their purpose? See, Buddha chose spiritual enlightenment. If a man did that today, he could choose spiritual enlightenment all he wants. She's choosing child support. Am I wrong? What is a traditional man? A traditional man is a man who is cultivated by the culture in which he lives. For Buddha, it was princehood. It was a royal life for Buddha. That was his culture. That was his tradition. You understand? That was his culture, his tradition. You're supposed to be lockstep in line with your purpose as prince. He said, that's not my purpose. 2,500 years later, Buddha is lauded as one of the greatest spiritual intellects to ever grace planet Earth. Well, Leroy.
That's my granddaddy's name.
Leroy said, I'm out.
But he didn't kiss his children either. He went to go get milk.
Leroy's a coward? Is Leroy a coward? A traditional man is a man who follows the social dictates that society has described for what a traditional man is. Traditional man is provide, protect, presence. Provide, protect, presence. If a man does not provide, does not protect, and is not present, does he not, I'm talking about in modern day times, is he not being torn down?
Yeah, because he's not taking care of his responsibility.
So now, which has the greater responsibility? Self-healing, self-help, or your social responsibility?
These niggas ain't looking for Buddha, they looking for booty. They not out here getting no enlightenment. They getting a light skinned chick. That's what they getting. That's what kind of light they got. Nobody worry about that.
Lord.
And does traditional mean old? Y'all want no old man. You know, that's why me and traditional men don't get along that well.
But relationship scientists will tell you, take this Kirk Franklin knockoff out of here. Listen.
Oh, okay.
Relationship specialists will tell you that a traditional man is traditionally more violent. towards women. Traditional men want to pay all the bills.
Yeah.
Because in paying all the bills, it's not because they're locked into the provider mode. They're saying for a lot of men, it's not just provision, it's control of the entire family.
Yep.
Now, pull up, somebody said Jerk Franklin. Pull up the domestic violence or the intimate terrorism wheel of control. Find that.
Okay.
See, most men, when they pay for everything, when they provide everything, it's control. Somebody said it's not control, it's guidance. Well, guidance only works when the student is ready. That's the Kabbalion. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Let's not, see, somebody said it's not control, it's guidance. But if it is demanded of the woman, if I'm going to pay for everything, don't act like we ain't never heard a man say that. If I'm going to pay for everything, them chicken wings better be fried hard.
Okay.
You understand me? That rice better have a little hint of salt in this. That butter, the fluffiness. That rice better not be sticky. You understand? It has to be of a fluffy consistency, of a buttery consistency, and slight saltiness.
Oh, slight saltiness.
Slight. Don't over salt. Now,
bitch, is that soy sauce? Bitch, I told you I don't like no damn soy sauce. You don't listen, bitch.
but do you understand? For the modern man, when he has money, power, and resources, how can he turn off the control aspect?
This is the wheel of...
Look at this here wheel of physical violence, of domestic violence. I want you to look up in the upper left-hand corner. Economic and academic abuse. Controlling money, stealing money, preventing the partner from getting or keeping a job or finishing a degree. Up in that corner. Money, the purse strings, for a lot of men, and please understand, massive success for a weak nigga is like getting a 9, a Glock. It's like getting an M80. It's not an M80. That's a firework. It's M16. It's like giving a monkey a gun. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Because if you were the ugly nigga, and now your status is what attracts the baddies.
Yeah.
You gonna be controlling. You gonna be like, look, you motherfuckers didn't like me before. You tend to treat a woman like an object, like your car, like your house. This what comes with me. Mm-hmm. These are my rules. This how you gotta get in.
Yeah.
Then listen, man. So many motherfuckers who got shit but are empty on the inside. So trust, loyalty, being down with me like 4 flat tires, all of that is a prerequisite. Listen, I know women that are beautiful, that are married to ballers, that have a whole sisterhood circle, that keep the lies and that husband in the dark. They keep the lies flowing and that rich husband in the dark. Oh, I'm going to the Bahamas with my best friend, Stacy. They FaceTime from Bahamas with Stacy. Hey, boo, me and Stacy, right? And
girl, you crazy.
Dexter St. Jock is on the island. Swinging that thing. I'm saying, they got, listen, I've heard women say it before. They don't want to acknowledge it, or they kind of acknowledge it by saying women are the better cheaters. They kind of acknowledge it when they say women are the better liars. But then they say they don't cheat or lie as much. Well, what do y'all do? Y'all go to the gym and practice cheating and lying? I need to know how you maintain your skills.
Oh, okay. Iron sharpens iron. You
ain't nobody
bitches that do the same thing.
Ain't no real test runs going on out there. Listen, how you gonna be better at lying, but you don't lie and you hate liars?
Because it's a plan. It's not a lie. It's a plan.
I'm just saying, the traditional man, like I said, clinicians have already said the traditional man is more violent.
I'm just like the man with the Jerry curl and the gold tooth at my job. He gonna tell me that he want to talk to me. I'm like, baby, you can't handle me. You divorce your wife because you didn't have her to work. She couldn't work. She had to clean up. She had to cook and everything when you got home. And everything. Well, one day I ain't gonna want to do that. And that's when they start having trouble. So they say, I give you everything, woman. Therefore, the things I need, you need to do. And I said, well, how long? When did y'all get a divorce? He said, yeah, she didn't make it out the 80s.
So again, relationships are performance based.
Absolutely. Well, traditional relationships are.
Yes. I provide.
Yeah.
You provide. Mm-hmm. This is a transaction.
Ain't no in here though.
So now, a traditional woman does what? We already know what a traditional man does. Presence, protection, provision. And control.
Well, presence, pussy, and poultry. It's like, I don't know, you want the peas for she can fry the chicken. Okay.
Presents. What?
Presents, pussy, and poultry.
Presents, pussy, and a mastery of poultry.
What?
My.
That's
Yes.
That traditional.
Now, what happens in being a traditional man, you find that many men don't like the sound of their wife's voice.
Damn. I never married, I don't know.
Men really don't like to hear women talk. You hear that a lot from a lot of men, especially a traditional minded man. Like,
just say one more thing.
One more thing.
I got you one more thing. But they still fucking at night.
Was Buddha more of a man back then than men are today? Because at least Buddha had the courage to stand up and say, I'm out. This is not in alignment with my purpose.
But I don't understand how that's counted as maturity if I'm not able to communicate properly with someone to let them know that I'm gone.
The man created one of the most spiritually intellectual philosophies the world has ever known. I'm saying, if you run out on your family because you scared, you a bitch.
Yeah.
He wasn't scared. He ran out on his family to create a philosophy that changed the world forever. At the very least, shouldn't a man who leaves his family be able to say, but I changed the world. My legacy is now your legacy.
A kid don't give a fuck about that. My daddy done left me. I don't give a fuck you to change the world. You also altered my life too for not being there.
Zay,
you know the PK kids do that?
Somebody just said it in the chat room.
Huh?
They said, what about Buddha's responsibilities?
Yeah. But it's okay because I didn't change the world.
Nobody is saying it's okay.
Oh, okay.
What we're saying is, do you know how hard it is for people to stand up for themselves?
Obviously. Yeah. It is very difficult.
That man not only stood up for himself, but changed the world in the process. What's the trade-off? Should he have deprived the world, whom he has influenced for over 2,500 years with his philosophy, should he have deprived the world of that to stay with just his kid and become unknown?
No, I don't think. I think a proper, a proper exit for me. That's for me. That's only for me. Like, if I was Buddha's wife, I would have been like, well, you could have told me something, nigga.
Let me come back.
At the same time, I'm still rocking at the palace, though. As long as I keep my...
Somebody just said it in the chat room. He could have possibly done that while being in their kingdom. But he saw their kingdom as part of the problem. He saw the kingdom as the veil, as the illusion. His dad kept him isolated from the truth of the world. Somebody says there has to be balance.
It has to be.
I think Buddha created the balance. Because unlike a lot of our fathers, because I ain't seen my daddy since 1978, James Gus Lewis, is you alive, my nigga? James, you gonna reach out?
James, where you at?
James Gus Lewis. I know I cussed you out in 84, but I had heard terrible stories, and the stories was true.
Damn.
You abused my sister, you abused my mama, you abused my siblings, man. You wasn't even their daddy. I know I cussed you out in 1984, but James, call me, man. You alive, James?
You alive? James.
James Gus, you alive, James Gus Lewis? I heard James Gus got a gang of kids. Anyway, unlike James Gus Lewis,
that
nigga didn't leave me no money. Buddha left his kid in the palace.
Exactly. At the time,
and his wife provided for. They part of the royal family. So that old he left him high and dry shit don't apply to Buddha.
Yeah, but still, she's comforted by her handmaidens. But still, I gotta stay at my in-laws, my bro. Okay.
I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
So they straight in terms of financial. They straight. Now later on, that kingdom is destroyed. But that's a whole nother story. But he left them good.
Music is hilarious. I'm sorry.
Buddha left them good. You want a traditional man. A traditional man has a job.
A tradition.
A traditional man pays the bills. All right? A traditional man provides and protects. A traditional woman has presence, pussy, and mastery of poultry, according to Sarah.
You're going to put me out there? That's true.
When you look at the word Buddha, in the Sanskrit dialect, it means the enlightened one.
Weird.
He found enlightenment after many, many years of self-inquiry, and under the Bodhi tree became enlightened, reached the highest level of spiritual consciousness. Today, that means nothing to the modern woman.
Well, maybe it would, though, because if the definition of a modern woman is that she's fighting for people's rights, wouldn't she also fight for your right to express yourself in the way in which you choose to, which is being enlightened?
That would be equality.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I say we shouldn't let that shit shouldn't have been named feminism. Because feminism means all the shit the female wants.
Yeah.
We live in a female-dominated society. We don't? Say something about them. Huh? You get to be at the lowest rung of intelligence, of education, of spiritual development, and you get to claim feminism, and people will come to your aid. Somebody said in the chat room, the modern woman sees the modern man as the bag.
The modern man as the bag? Wouldn't a traditional man be the bag because the traditional man would actually have the money?
In your modern traditional man.
Oh, he doesn't want. Okay, I got it.
In other words, a man from today with traditional beliefs. Baby, you have a say in this house. But I got the last word.
Oh yeah.
Baby, when I get home,
I'ma need
that fluffy rice with that cabbage with the chopped up bell peppers and onions in it.
Yeah. I'm gonna need that.
I need 4 wings.
I need it done in the cast iron skillet. Last time, bitch, you put it in the other pot, and I don't like it in that pot.
Do you understand? You understand? Do you understand me?
And I want you to put something nice on for me, okay?
I want that Trappist, that Red Rooster, or that Frank's. Them 3.
Them 3.
You come in here with that Tampico or that Tampico or whatever that Mexican hot sauce is, it's going to be hell and high water to pay. You understand?
Okay. And clean the top off this time.
Do you understand me? That crust around the hot sauce top, that's some of the nastiest shit I've ever seen. Clean the goddamn.
You got all day. Clean that shit. Hey.
Again, people who are looking for a traditional mate are looking for a social template. Behave in accordance to what society says you're supposed to behave like. But is that truly you? The great Krishnamurti says, when you conform, your creativity is killed. Most of us are conforming to social norms that we are not the authors of. See, most of us have gotten conforming and compromising mixed up. See, to compromise is to consider, is to be thoughtful. This is what I mean by that. You say, let me think. This would offend her. Let me think. This might make her upset. Let me think. Then your behavior compromises based on you taking a moment to think. So conforming and consideration kind of go hand in hand. Well, I should say compromise and consideration go hand in hand. Let me think. My baby would like some flowers.
Yeah, a just because gesture.
Let me think. But when the flowers become a demand, when the flowers become a prerequisite for her happiness, when the rice, the cabbage, the biscuit, and the 3 wings become a demand, a prerequisite.
Yeah.
What you are is a social robot, a social automaton following rules that somebody said these will lead to happiness.
Yeah, you small wonder. For real.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like. Hit the like button. Let me tell you something. You compromise for your relationship. Yes, compromise is essential for a healthy and balanced relationship. But only up until the point where you compromise your truth. You should never compromise your truth in order to make somebody happy.
Come on.
Most people, how many times have you compromised your truth? Do you know that that is a type of self-abuse? That is a type of masochism where you compromise the truth of what you are in order to make somebody else feel safe, comfortable, loved, provided for. Listen, I can't provide nothing for you in this new world that you can't provide for yourself, including enlightenment. Who am I? Listen, we in the relationship together.
We got something in common.
But in terms of our experience, my woman is the passenger in my experience.
Oh, wow.
As I am the passenger in hers.
Who driving?
So whatever the fuck you going through, no, she's the driver of her own experience.
Oh, gotcha.
As I am the driver of my own experience, even though that experience is shared. See, I posted it on my Instagram yesterday because you've heard me say this before. Although we're in a shared experience, you can't share my direct experience.
Your POV?
You can't share my direct experience of our experience. To make it simpler, no one sees what you see, even if they see it too.
That's true. That is very true.
So the social template is saying responsibilities, job, bills, kids, away time, alone time, vacation, togetherness, cuddle time. That's the social template. But the spirit template is saying, is this you, really? This is why oftentimes you see a motherfucker get to a certain age and go, well, shit, man, she been the one. Might as well just settle down.
Yeah, might as well.
She done put up with enough shit, so shit, might as well just stick it out with her. She's still here.
Wow.
Nigga, do you want her here? Do you want to be here?
She makes some fire tilapia.
Listen, how often is a motherfucker, man or woman, choosing mundanity, monotony, mediocrity in order to not be alone?
And then the part, see, I go back to trying to be white because at the same time, they like everything bland. No seasoning. You don't want nothing spicy in your life or anything like that. You just fall for the everyday rigmarole. Here it go. This is how it's supposed to go. And it's not exciting. And when you, especially if you have children involved, you're teaching them that average is okay.
But if you average, you average.
Damn, yo.
You got some motherfuckers who are discontent with being average, right?
Yeah.
And they wind up doing like Michael Jackson did.
Well, in church, I tell people, like, everybody not called to the nations, my bro.
No, but
sometimes you call to your neighborhood.
Listen to what I mean by that. Michael Jackson couldn't enjoy just being the tour de force talent that he was because the motherfucker was always in competition with himself.
Yeah.
Okay, Thriller blows up. Out the gate, first few years, first 5 years, 30, 40, 50 million copies sold. So he's in the studio. It takes him, Thriller drops in 82. Bad doesn't come out for another 5 years.
Yeah.
87. It took him 5 years to get the songs together because now he's got so much power. Quincy got to move out the way a little bit. All right, you write all the records. Now he's writing all the records. And while he's creating Bad, do you know what else he's doing?
What?
He's competing against Thriller.
Oh, against the Thriller. Okay.
The man wrote on the dressing room window mirror, 100 million copies sold or bust. So when the album sells 27 million, he met what? Who was moving 27 million physical copies of an album back in 87? Prince's best album was Sign of the Times. That was 87. That shit wasn't even close to 27 million. Michael sold 27 million copies of Bad.
Without social media.
No social media. Bad is at the stove. You got to wash your ass, put on some clean drawers, get dressed, and take your ass down to Tower Records and get that. He was discontent with his own greatness. So you got some people who are discontent with being what they are, in much the same way as Michael was discontent with who he was. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody that discontent.
They're normally by themselves.
Now watch this though. But they cover it through the language of behavior. I'm afraid to be alone. And although I'm discontent, this discontent, right, is better than nothing at all. It's better than loneliness.
Damn.
How many motherfuckers out there in America right now understand what I'm talking about? How many times have you found yourself in a relationship situation shift that you refuse to shift from? You refuse to learn the lesson from. You stayed in it because you were afraid to not have it.
Damn.
Now, moving forward, 2021, you got people who get in it, but only to such a level that they can really pull themselves out of it. Now, leaving is the new thing.
Yeah, I'm out.
Starting over is the new thing.
Clean slate.
Most people are relationship children. When you see a kid sitting drawing and then get frustrated with the drawing, what does the child do?
You mess up the paint.
Tear that motherfucker up, ball it up, and throw it away. That's what we're doing with relationships. Once the work starts to surface, the inner work, once your demons that Buddha told us to face, that's how he became enlightened.
The irony.
Demons started to attack Buddha while he was meditating. Demons brought up the memory of his children. Demons showed him that his father's kingdom was in ruins and destroyed in order to break him down. But once he overcame those demons, see, Joseph Campbell calls those demons dragons. Once he defeated the inner dragon, he reached a state called samadhi, enlightenment. You don't want enlightenment because enlightenment don't equal the bag. Enlightenment don't equal a Gucci belt.
I can't fit them no way.
Enlightenment don't equal the drop top.
No gator boots.
Motherfucker live his whole life, work hard than a motherfucker to be able to do this on a Saturday night.
Okay. Room dirty, but he gonna clean that car.
Enlightenment scares you more, right? I know, I would say loneliness scares you more than enlightenment. You don't want enlightenment because it ain't tangible to you. Huh? You got a new kind of woman who has a man mindset. Go conquer the world. You got mamas teaching daughters, be fearless, be educated, be independent, be powerful. Go conquer the world, baby. Nobody can stop you. That's a man mentality.
Oh, Lord. That's amazing.
Mamas ain't teaching. Build. Because that's what women do. They build. Listen, that's a nest. Create your world. No, they say conquer the world. That's a man mentality. They get into man's world. How many women who reach the heights of man's world can't turn off their inner CEO? Gotta be CEO in the bedroom. Gotta be CEO in the relationship. There's a whole study on this, where the woman who has dominated the world comes back to her relationship and cannot turn that part of herself off.
Well, it's easy because a man doesn't do that when he get home. So therefore, if I'm going to try to emulate a man, then therefore I'm gonna do what he do. And dudes don't cut that off at the house.
Now watch this. There's some ladies in here talking, and I want to get their word out.
Okay.
April D said, I've never been that person.
Hey, April girl.
And let me just say this. Listen to me. One thing you got to do when you listen is to listen without judgment. See, this is guidance over control. One thing you got to do is listen without judgment and don't personalize it. Oftentimes, when you trying to teach or share with somebody, they automatically personalize what you're talking about, and because they might feel some kind of way. However you feel is what needs to be worked on. Can I say that again? Whatever you feeling is actually what needs to be worked on. Because if you're coming from a space where I feel attacked. That's a saying now, right?
Yeah.
I feel attacked.
Oh, I feel
attacked.
attacked.
Well, why do you feel attacked? See, back in my day, they used to say, the hit dog hollers.
Sure will holler.
The hit dog holler. Listen, I don't know you. So I'm not speaking to your personal experience. I'm talking in a general sense. There are many majorly powerful women out there that cannot turn off their inner CEO. Listen, put it together. Krishnamurti, it is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. Sister, you gotta be integrated if you're gonna climb to the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
This society is sick. And if you're at the top of some corporate ladder, look at these white folk leaving their jobs, selling their homes, downsizing, buying mini homes, trying to lessen their footprint on the planet. See, the white person is trying to discover what your ass was born with, which is spirit, soul. But their pathway to it is first consuming the entire world, drying it up, and then going, damn, I got everything, but it don't really matter.
Yeah.
That's how the white man comes to enlightenment. He got to eat the last tuna in the ocean to go, damn.
That was me.
And you know, it wasn't even that good.
Let me go buy an ocean and just live on it.
They got to go out and destroy shit before they recognize, hey, wait.
But I've never seen a black person just leave poverty and be like, I'm done with these projects, and then go and just squat and just take over a mansion. You know, it's don't do in reverse. But if a white man do it, then all of a sudden, you know, he charging $500 per gallon for raw water. You seen that? This nigga for dirty ass water?
Here's the thing. Traditional man. traditional woman, modern woman, modern man. The bottom line is these are social or societal constructs that obstruct the purpose of relationship. What is the purpose of relationship? Relationship is spiritual by nature. Why did I attract the person I attract? Why why am I triggered by what they say? Why does it matter what they say? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you follow? What's coming up because I'm interacting with this specific person? Why does this person keeps being recycled in and out of my experience? Through different people. And while different people are being recycled in and out of your experience, what is that for? It's easy to parrot what you heard somebody say. Oh, because the lesson ain't over. Oh, so relationship has a spiritual purpose then. Now, while you're recycling in different people in and out of your relationship experience, different people with the same lesson to teach, that one person who started the cycle is still in orbit.
Yeah.
Why are you in relationship to begin with?
To be in a relationship is like, it's evolved over the years. Because at first it was just somebody like to kick it with or have sex with or whatever. Now it's like more than that. Like I want like a companion, like somebody that will share life with me together.
You want somebody to walk your path with you.
Absolutely. At the same time, walking their own. But if we're supposed to be together, then there's a shared path that we have together that I think it would be very fruitful, and it should be fruitful. Because if it doesn't manifest anything good, then and good is very subjective, because a lot of things that happen causes you to mature in life, and some of those things don't feel good at all. At the same time, I know I'm not by myself with it.
That's beautiful.
And is it delusional? I was like, no, that's what I want.
But the words on top of the meaning is, I don't want to be by myself.
Absolutely. I don't want, yeah.
And not only do I not want to be by myself, I want to feel good when I'm with you.
No, I want to be good myself, because I'm good. Like now it's like, even though I would like that, I understand that, it may seem very fairy tale-ish, but at the same time, I would like to be in love with somebody that reciprocates the same. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in love with somebody at the same time that I was in love with them.
But you know why?
Because I haven't been in love with myself.
Yeah, that's the fucking line. And that's why you're having relationships, so you can learn that the love you seek from without has always been available from within.
And that's why I haven't been with nobody.
But because society is flipped, right? It's inverted. Mm-hmm. Society is saying, go out and get them, or God will bring them.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not how it works.
God gonna send me my husband, Lord.
I've told motherfuckers before. We talked about it yesterday. That show got lost yesterday. Dating Doomsday Love.
Sorry for being high. Anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
Fear dominates Doomsday Love.
Absolutely.
Unless I find another prepper, another survivalist.
This bunker's big enough.
Whose bunker is big enough, I'm finna hunker down with you and swallow all my disappointment. Because now my relationship choice is predicated on survival. But is it not that way already? So what do you mean, Zo? Security is survival. Comfort is survival. Trust Loyalty. This is survival.
Yeah.
I can't make it with somebody who I can't trust. But you never look in and go, damn, is trust fear?
What's a better word for it? Loyalty or trust?
It's all the same.
But you want to trust somebody.
No, you want to trust you. Because that's the only person that can be trusted is you. Now watch this. Mm-hmm. How often do you mistrust yourself because you let yourself down? Which is part of growth. Yeah, which is normal. You're going to let yourself down, by the way. It's okay to let yourself down. Okay? You know how many people be whooping their own ass?
Oh, I do, yeah.
And then don't understand the spiritual boomerang of attracting the abuser? If you beat yourself up internally, will you attract an external abuser? I just ask. Because niggas don't understand cause and effect, the Kabbalion, polarity, correspondence. They don't understand. Go get the book, The 7 Hermetic Principles, the Kabbalion, written by the 3 initiates. These are the 7 universal principles of reality. Nobody is trusting themselves. Most people are beating their own ass. I didn't listen. I should have listened to myself. I knew I shouldn't have fucked with them. But, okay, if you knew you shouldn't have fucked with them, go into that line of question. Why did you do it in spite of what you knew? Go there. Loving half yourself, expecting somebody to love you totally. Yeah. You accept half of you.
Well, I knew the dude wasn't good, but then he sent a dick pic, and I'm like, maybe we can work it out.
That's why the chakra, the lowest chakra, the root chakra, is down there next to that juice box. That's the lowest vibration. That juice box start to quiver, then you start to, you know what? Maybe, maybe for tonight.
He had a big tuning fork. Okay.
You know, a tuning fork.
Hey.
Bing, bing, bing. It rang a bell that can't be unrung.
Oh. Wait a minute.
That's why most of you guys got to get what you desire. So your desires, once they are acquired, can let you down. See, most people got to get what they desire. So once they acquire that desire, it can let you down. Mm-hmm. See, oftentimes you got to get what you want to understand that what you wanted wasn't big enough.
Come on.
Wasn't meaningful enough.
Come on, for real.
Wasn't in alignment with your purpose. Yeah. See, it's very difficult for somebody to say, you don't need that. Yeah. That's not in alignment with your purpose. It's a totally different experience to get what you desire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then have to live through the disappointment of having it.
Oh my God.
Ain't that marriage? Modern day marriage today? How you want intimacy and you need a drink to open up?
Lord have mercy. What I have in the past. Yeah, I mean, I turn into Super Sarah. Super Sarah.
You need some of that sticky icky.
Yeah, some gragus. You need some gragus.
In order to just open up.
But more than your mind open up. Hey, come on now. Come on. You get thirsty the more you drink.
Sarah's a fool.
And the thing is, and the reason why I know some people in the chat are saying certain things or whatever about me, I can be honest with myself, be honest with yours.
Listen,
I'm growing.
There are many traditional couples. The 2.5 kids, the white picket fence, the superior education, the good job, and they miserable.
Yep. Hate it all.
Because they don't understand that they are enrolled in the University of You. Relationship is about the development and the acquisition of self-knowledge. I say this all the time. How you have a relationship with Jesus, but not one with your total self. Carl Jung talked about the shadow work, the shadow self. You got a full, long-term relationship with the Savior himself. But you only accept half of you. The darkness that's in you. The work that needs to be done. You want to keep pushing that down. You want to keep hiding behind the mask of I'm okay or I'm over it. On to the next one. The universe is holographic. So is your spirit. There ain't no inner closet you can put your hurt in that ain't gonna seep out into your relationship experience. There's nowhere to put it. You can hide it behind the mask of a performance. I'm gonna behave right. I'm gonna do right. As long as I'm doing and behaving, I'm communicating that I'm interested, that I love you, that I want you. I'm sorry. I can't push it. Your behaviors don't speak louder than your intentions. Huh? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Your intuition has told on you a whole lot. Your intuition has spoke when a motherfucker did everything you wanted him to do, but something just didn't sit or felt right. But you ignored that intuition, which is connected to his intention. You ignored it.
Thought it was gas.
You said, I thought it was gas. You ignored it until you couldn't ignore it no more. That's called avoidance. And avoidance in communication does what? Create conflict. Because you can only avoid for so long and then you pop off. That happens in relationships. It's not you, baby. You've done everything I wanted you to do. Something is just off. And I just need time. I need to go recalibrate it. Yeah. You've been lying to yourself. And now you're mad at him.
Bad. Big man.
If you lie to yourself, can you be truthful to yourself in one moment and say lies work on me better than the truth does?
Or do people really get with somebody just so they can have a scapegoat on their own like bullshit in their life?
That's avoidance. You can only avoid for so long that a scapegoat it's an escape go-kart. You can only gonna make it to the block.
That's it.
And that's it.
You gotta push the way back. Oh, Lord.
Do you understand? When you ignore your intuition, you lie to yourself. So how can you say, I hate liars? I hate it when a man lie. As much lying you done did, the much lying you done told yourself, this thing gonna work out. It'll be all right. He gonna get through it.
He gonna be all right.
He gonna be all right. Things are gonna it's gonna shift. I'm gonna stick it out until it shifts. Not really realizing that you represent the shift.
Wow.
If your self-esteem is low, are you going to attract somebody that's going to build you up? Or are you going to attract somebody that triggers the low self-esteem in you? See, relationship acts as a mirror. You know, you should wear that hairstyle more often. I don't really like the other ones, G. The other shit you be doing is kind of weird. But this one, and then you feel awkward in that moment because you feel, what is it? Attacked. But in reality, he's mirroring your own low self-esteem. Yeah. Or nigga never say thank you. Or she never say thank you. Yeah. You do some amazing shit in their lives and help them do their shit, help them get off the ground, help them get to where they going, and it's kind of taken for granted because where you going anyway?
But did they ask you, or are you just like projects?
No, what I'm saying is, again, these dark lights in you are mirrored by the dark lights in another. Do you understand? The trauma, the unhealed, unacknowledged shadow work is also relating. That's why you're in a relationship, right? That's why you guys are together, right? No, we're supposed to go to Aruba next week.
Hey, you gotta be vaccinated.
I want a lobster taco. And listen to jazz on the beach.
And zip line.
And zip line.
Come on, man. Woohoo!
Just like I wrote in The Shrouded Lighthouse, your shadow work is like the ring of power from the Lord of the Rings. Oh. Frodo has the ring. And Gandalf tells Frodo, don't put that motherfucker on. Sauron has many agents out looking for the ring. He said, now what I want you to understand is that the ring wants to be with its master. The ring calls its master. It's calling for the master. Sauron, the Dark Lord. When you put the ring on, it intensifies the signal and lets them motherfuckers know where you at. Frodo, don't put that goddamn ring on.
Okay.
Your shadow work works just like the fucking ring of power. My precious. Oh, God. Wow. That shit is calling. It is calling situation shifts into your life. A situation shift. It has the potentiality to shift your consciousness if you're going to accept it. No, but you don't accept what you don't like. You ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I didn't sign up for that.
Okay. But you expect when you grown to meet a grown person. And people not.
Chronologically speaking, yes, they are adults. But you can have a motherfucker that's 56 years old and he be a young soul.
Yeah. Like Johnny Taylor at my job. So
like who?
Johnny Taylor.
That nigga sound 56 with a name like Johnny Taylor.
No. His name not Johnny Taylor. His name Ronald.
I was about to say, does the nigga have a banjo? No. Johnny Taylor in the parking lot.
You never heard of Johnny Taylor?
No.
The guy who sing These Last $2? But these last $2. Y'all know, oh my God, the blues. Oh Lord, y'all ain't from the South, Lord. I know chat room if you feel me with Johnny Taylor. Y'all not. Y'all gonna hate on me. Sorry. Let me pick up a picture.
Yes, a traditional relationship can provide certain creature comforts. But if you want to grow up, you got to show up. And that is going to be uncomfortable. How are you using all of these euphemisms in real life? Somebody say you got to get outside your comfort zone. Yeah, they'll do that for the bag.
Oh, yeah.
But they won't do that for the shadow work.
See, wow. People know Johnny Taylor.
Lord.
Disco lady.
Lord. The great poet Rumi said, what you are seeking is also seeking you. See, it makes sense.
Oh, take your time. Take your time.
It makes
take
sense
your time
to seek externally. That's easy. I want this car. I want to live in this neighborhood. I want these type of shoes. I want this purse to match this bag, or to match these shoes. I want this type of couch. I want to paint my house this color. I want to. It's easy to go get that. But most of us got to go in the cave. Yoda. Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back. Tells Luke to take his bitch ass in the cave. Luke said, should I take the lightsaber with me? He said, no, you won't need that. Just go in there. All you need to take is yourself. He takes himself. And the cave has dark side energy in it. And it creates illusions of the mind. So when he goes in there, he sees his father, Darth Vader. Vader pulls out his lightsaber. Luke has one. Lightsaber comes on. Luke cuts Darth Vader's head off. His head rolls to Luke's feet. And then the head explodes, the mask comes off, and it's Luke's face in the mask. Relationship is a mirror. You think you're doing good today. You think it's fun this evening. But when the rubber hits the road, when it's really time to do this work, you're going to see you. You're going to see you. You're going to see yourself. Ain't nobody equipped to walk your journey. Ain't nobody equipped to do your work. As you said, all I can be is your companion. But did you know you are my companion? And the road we walk on together as a shared relationship is a different road for me than it is for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And although it appears as if we walking side by side, we on two different roads.
Well, you quoted Rumi. I'm going to quote a great philosopher, Brian McKnight. It starts back at 1. Okay? And but it's just, you gotta look at yourself. I'm enjoying getting to know myself. I realize I'm actually pretty cool. Thanks, so.
She said Brian McKnight. It starts back at 1.
Sarah, take a break.
Oh my God, Sarah's stupid as hell. Hey, can everybody hit the like button? Let me shout out some people in here because a few people have been hitting the chat. Hey, the super chat. Listen, if you guys appreciate what we're doing here, please hit the super chat. This helps our channel immensely. And I appreciate everybody who could break a little bread, a little piece of change. We appreciate it. A Brit Atwater. Lord. Thank you, brother. We appreciate the super chats. Please keep them coming. Christina Tran just hit us with $49.99. Thank you. Let me see. I'm going to try to get everybody on this quick respite. Who else we got in here? Let's see. Who else we got in here? Somebody just sent one.
Daryl
Hardy. Thank you, Daryl. Greg Scott. Thank you, Greg. Who else? Because I know I missed a couple of people. Well, I guess that's it. All right, man, please, let's get the super chat cracking. Or you can hit my Cash App, $ZoWhatNeter. Please show your support for this show and the information that we're providing.
Yeah.
The Renaissance Nonconformity. This is Zolo Mansions, show I do by myself with Sarah in the background. Jeff is no one is really on a Zolo mansion. Okay? Just wanted to answer that for you. Somebody said book purchase info.
That is right.
The Shrouded Lighthouse. Go to theshroudedlighthouse.com. Somebody said, did they fall out? No, we did not. But ask one more messy question. Just one more.
One more messy question.
Dominique Brown, thank you, sir. Thank you. Nikki Tyson just hit the Cash App. Thank you. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. We're only making 2,000 copies of this book, maybe. Yeah, he's a troll. Yeah. All right. So, admins, mods, get him out of here. Assalamu alaikum. Unlocked bag 32. Thank you.
Unlocked bag.
Unlocked bag. Been a fan for a long time. Sorry that it took so long to put some money in your pocket. Thank you. Yes, theshroudedlighthouse.com. Only 2,000 copies are being printed up. I suggest you pre-order your copy right now. Get it. Because like I said, once I sell out of the printed copies, I tend to not reprint them. So these are like some exclusive books. Not everybody's going to be able to have one. So I suggest you get them right now. You can also get the Relationship Dismount. You can get that book on Amazon.com. There are, it's in 3 different formats. It's putting me to sleep. Is it?
I'm sorry.
Somebody make this nigga a warm bottle.
Okay.
Christopher Perkins. Let's get him a warm bottle.
Chris needs a titty.
Kim G, thank you. We appreciate it. H-Town.
Hey.
Somebody bring me a turkey leg.
Come on.
I want a jerk turkey leg from the turkey leg hut.
Hey.
Zoe, I got the vaccine and heard some crazy stuff about it. Yeah?
I'm sorry, didn't I?
Please. Don't leave me down here.
Oh, Lord. My Lord. Yes.
Also, come to Mises Masterclass.
Yes.
Please sign up to the Come to Mises Masterclass. I promise you, this kind of information that we're doing is going to be way more intense. I've got psychotherapists coming. I've got my homeboy. Well, he's not my homeboy. He's my Babalao. He will be there as well. Obafemi, Fayemi, he'll be there to talk about breaking generational curses. Again, relationships are not a plaything. And we can have all of the accoutrement from society, what society tells us to have, and still not have the purpose of why we're relating. And spiritually, that's what relationships are about. It is to expose you. It is to uncover you. This is not to put you in a position to where you get to hide from yourself. No, relationships will bring all of that out. Do you understand? It will bring all of that out. Waiting for the book, need to study more. The Shrouded Lighthouse is coming in September. I'm pretty confident about that. It's coming in September.
My birthday month.
Yes, I'm pretty confident about it. Me and my editor out of Oakland, we edited chapter 13 of 16. We edited that last Tuesday, and it's coming. And I'm very excited, for how it's reading. A lot of what I'm talking about now comes directly out of the book. So again, like I said, only 2,000 copies are getting printed up. Go to theshroudedlighthouse.com. theshroudedlighthouse.com. Can't wait for the new book. Yeah, it's gonna be fire, man. So, Sarah.
Yes, sir.
Who makes you happy?
Me.
And how do you do that?
By not only embracing myself, all of me, but also, just getting to know me and not beat myself up. I've been the number one offender, abuser.
Parker, thank you. You've been the number one offender?
I have the longest abusive relationship I've ever been in was with myself. So,
what is the ugliest aspect of yourself and the most difficult aspect of yourself that it's been, that you just haven't been able to just embrace?
Of me?
Yeah.
Because of fully accepting like I am the way that I am. Or just I think also it's my low self-esteem that I've experienced throughout my life has been attributed to like physical superficial things. And I've always thought that I'm like, but I'm such a loving person. Like, I don't understand why people won't look past the fact that I'm fat. You know what I'm saying?
Do you accept disrespect?
Do I accept disrespect?
Or have you accepted?
I have in the past, because at the same time I thought they were just saying things that I've said to myself.
Well, that's wisdom, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And when you start bigging up yourself, when you start approving and appreciating yourself, oftentimes when a person has low self-esteem, they seek external approval.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes you can get addicted, you can get addicted to the approval of someone who marginalizes you.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like all the people, like, my mother, my aunt, all the people in my family, like, especially always found it like to tell me all the time, oh, you're pretty and woo 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 and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, why are you saying this? I must not be, because you don't tell the real cute girls that they're pretty. You just leave their ass alone. But they feel like they had to reinforce that with me. And then it's like, I didn't like them telling me that because I didn't believe it myself. So why you keep lying to me? That's why I started distrusting a lot of people, because they thought they were just lying to me. Because again, they said, I was just beating up myself. But now it's like, people be like, oh, I accept myself flaws and all. No, bitch, I don't. I know, because I look at myself in the mirror sometimes. I be like, bitch, get your skin together, girl. Oh my God. But I'm being honest with myself. But it's not coming from a place of hate now. It's coming from a place of love, wanting to do better for myself. And if I don't accept myself when I'm big, if I do happen to get smaller, it wouldn't matter, because I would still hate myself if I find something else. But it also helped me when I was a kid, because I used to, in elementary school, people used to like make fun of me and stuff like that. So I became the best reader or joneser or shit talker to everybody, because first of all, you couldn't tell me nothing that I didn't already tell myself. So bitch, everything you tell me is absolutely, I don't care. I don't care. You couldn't hurt me. But everything about you that you haven't discovered about yourself, I'm about to introduce your imperfections to you. Ta-da! Welcome, bitch. Now announcing all of your flaws. You know what I'm saying? And it made me a very excellent person, like, to just, I think it attributes to my wit. Like, it helped me, like, think quick.
And the wit and the funniness and all of that shit is really a coping mechanism. In much the same way, it's like Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was raised in a fucking brothel.
Yes.
And his grandmama was his mama's madam.
Yes.
So he had to find ways to cope with that upbringing. And comedy was the way.
Yeah.
So, and I know a lot of people go through their own versions of that. Maybe it's not comedy. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's art. Maybe it's music, right? But the bottom line is, man, until you embrace it without judgment, without condemnation, accepting your whole self brings a whole reflection back to you. I don't know if
No, that's perfect. Like, yeah. I mean, I accept myself. I love myself. I appreciate myself in the way that that I am right now. I remember as a kid, I was looking in the mirror at my grandmother's house, and my front tooth, like it fell out because I was a kid. You know, your teeth, losing your teeth, and I started boo-hoo crying because I was like, damn, my teeth don't even want to be in my mouth. I'm so ugly. My teeth don't want to be in my house, and I had just had a horrible Jerry curl incident. It was a long story. Anyway.
Wait, what happened?
The Jerry curl?
You had a Pepsi commercial
No.
incident?
Turns out I begged my mom for a Jerry curl. Turns out I'm allergic to the activator. My whole neck, face, everything broke out. My back and everything. They couldn't put no more activator, so my mom had to put sulfur 8 on it.
Which activator did you use?
Is that leisure curl?
Was it Good Fred oil?
No, it was but they had put that
was it Carefree Snapback?
Shut up! It was horrible.
Was it TCB?
I don't know, but I cried because I was just like miserable. I had whelps everywhere, and picture day was Monday.
So you tried to look like a member of Midnight Star and just fucked your whole shit up.
The whole shit up. So I had a curl / nap /
Wait, your mother put what on it?
She
put the green
She
grease?
put a sulfur 8.
Oh.
Well, go around smelling like a medical patient. That was horrible.
Sulfur 8 don't go in a curl?
No, I couldn't put nothing on my head. I couldn't put nothing on my hair because I couldn't put the activator because it breaks me out. So my mama put some sulfate in my head, and then had the nerve to give me one of them combs, them pushback combs, to just push some of the hair back with the little rhinestones in it. Y'all don't know about that.
No, she didn't do that.
She put it in the
whole little poop.
Exactly. I'm at recess and my combs falling out the monkey bars. This is a whole situation. It was a whole situation.
Did it fall in the sand?
And then I had to, you had to blow it off, put it back. Then you got sand in your sulfate. It's a whole situation.
Oh shit! God,
come on, pink oil. Someone's that pink oil moisturizer. All right.
Oh my God, Sarah, funny than a motherfucker. Your life is based on what you learn about yourself through the reflections that come from relationships. If you are a diligent student of the reflections that come into your life, if you embrace those reflections with enthusiasm, what am I going to learn about myself today? What will I discover about me today?
Yeah.
Now you on a journey. You heard me use this metaphor before. Joseph Campbell, the hero's journey is about people, individual people. Pull up the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell, the hero's journey. And there should be some type of circular picture that talks about the beginning, which is the call, threshold, return. Because this is what relationship is about. Joseph Campbell was talking about the hero's journey. Well, in the Shrouded Lighthouse, I take that concept and turn it into the relationships journey. Right? for Joseph Campbell, Neo, Tony Stark.
There you go.
Here it is right there. Look at that. You start the call to adventure. When you start growing up is the call to adventure. Just like the dark light in you, the shrouded shadow work is calling in the adventure of a situation shift. The call to adventure, meeting a mentor. I would change that to meeting a mirror. Ooh, I'm meeting a mirror that's going to reflect my normal world back to me. What is the normal world? The normal world I modeled at home. I modeled a normal world, a limited toolbox. After I meet the mentor, which is Morpheus, the god of dreams, right? The relationship that killed my dreams. Ooh, the situation shift that shifted my normal world into a new world. But in order for me to go on this journey, I must first accept the call. The Lord of the Rings, the Ring of Power, is calling to Saruman. I'm over here in the Shire with these little hobbit niggas. Send the gargoyles and the goblins to come get me, my nigga. That's what's happening. Something in that relationship causes you to cross a threshold. Maybe it was violence. Maybe it was a baby, a pregnancy. And then from crossing that threshold, look, trials and failure. Come on, man. I don't know if y'all really listening. And through trials and failure, this is the relationship process. And through trials and failure, you get growth and new skills. Only if you accept the lesson. Most people going through the start position all the way down to growth and skill. Most people, instead of acquiring growth and skills, they are now acquiring coping mechanisms and defense mechanisms, because throughout this process they have been resistant because they had a view of what they thought relationship was supposed to be. They had an idea of a dream that Walt Disney wrote with his racist ass 40-some years ago. They had that in mind. So when they get down here to growth and new skills, it's not growth. It's inverted growth. And the new skills are new coping mechanisms and manipulation tactics in order to get what they want from people. Down here, you're going to get all types of concretized, inflexible standards and beliefs because you done brought fear and ego with you all the way to this point of the relationship journey. So now it's demands. I'm not going through what I went through before. I'm not going through that shit no more. I gotta defend and protect myself. Do you know how many motherfuckers out there talking shit that is so inverted to spiritual growth?
Come on.
Guard your peace. You never had no peace. All you got is coping mechanisms. You ain't got peace. If you got peace, peace don't come with a security force. Peace ain't surrounded by them niggas in the brown suits. You know them niggas, the security niggas in the brown outfits.
Come on. Yay!
Instead of growth and new skills, you got inverted growth and coping mechanisms and all types of inflexible standards and beliefs. And in order for you to grow out of your normal world, you have to die. Divorce is a type of death. Ooh, a breakup is a type of death. Because typically when we lock into somebody, we redefine who we think we are based on the relationship we're in. Come on.
Yeah.
So in order for you to be new, the old you gotta die so you can be reborn.
Oh, these
The relationship journey. Now, when you're reborn, that's where the revelation comes. Ooh. If we move up a little bit and we get to atonement. Atonement is now understanding I'm a co-creator of the fuck shit I went through on this journey. Now you have to atone. I am at one with this movement that I participated in. And like Luke Skywalker, when the motherfucker came back in Return of the Jedi, the motherfucker didn't even vibe like a Jedi. The Jedi wear white. This motherfucker showed up in all black. Whoop. Like, nigga, I know what the dark side is. Huh? I know what the dark side is. My daddy is Darth. I know what the dark side is. When you reach the end, this is a simplified chart of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. It says the end here, but notice before the end it says return changed, just like Luke Skywalker. And because Luke Skywalker was able to balance the light side and the dark side, he found what the Buddha called, Buddha left. Buddha left his people, left his family for enlightenment. Buddha called it the middle path. The Kabbalion says, don't be moved by the swing of the pendulum from right to left. The master knows how to stay right in the middle and is not moved by the movement of the pendulum. Circumstances swinging you this way and swinging you that way, and you just emotional, going back, oh Lord, when is the swinging going to stop? The master's right in the middle and is unmoved. Balance. Luke mastered both sides of it. He was able to stare down the emperor and says, no, I'm going to convert my dad. He's conflicted. He's got love in him. That's why he won't fuck me up. And that's why I'm not joining you. Kill your father and take your place by my side. No, I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not joining the dark side, my nigga.
How about no?
Because I'm all of this. In Joseph Campbell's breakdown of this, the end, watch how this works. The end, where you see the end at the top there, the end is called apotheosis. Apotheosis means ascension to God. God making. Luke Skywalker is the most powerful Jedi in that story. This is why so many Star Wars fans were disappointed in the new Star Wars when they made the girl more powerful than everybody, because that's not how the canon read. This is why they had to come back out with the little Yoda baby, Grogu, his little story, and at the end of his little story, Luke comes in and Master Jedi Luke, he comes in and kills like 70,000 robots. He comes in because no one in the movie sense was able to see Luke at full power. We was only able to read about him at full power. But Luke is, in their canon of Star Wars, he's considered the most powerful Jedi being ever. More powerful than Yoda. Apotheosis. In other words, going through your relationship journey can produce a type of apotheosis for you through the revelation of self-knowledge. The university of you is relationships. This is the spiritual purpose. You can have a traditional man. He can change the tire. He can get under the car and change the oil. Put an oil pan under there. Boy, go on in the garage and get the ratchet. He could do that.
He can make you a deck.
Do you understand? He can make you a deck. Let's barbecue this evening. Look, all of that is wonderful, but this is why we relate. The hero's journey is really the relationship journey. You want to grow up today? You want to show up for yourself today? Or do you want to be the consummate quitter? The consummate settler? And when you get tired of settling, then what do? You opt out. I could do bad all by myself. You opt out. Neo's story is the same. This is why they had all the Jesus iconography in the Matrix movie. Jesus, Neo, is the Savior. Jesus and God, according to Christians, modern Christians anyway, they the same. Even though Jesus said, I myself can do nothing. It's the power that God did. Okay, cool. But yeah. You want relationship to teach you how to really have a relationship with God? Go through something. Let me say it another way. Grow through something without judgment and see how you'll be transformed. Everything else is transactional. Everything else is pimp ho shit. Everything else is pimp John, transactional. What you gonna do for me? Well, if you do that, then I'll do this. If you show that you love me, then I'll show that I love you. Get your performance-based, robotic, pop-locking, get that bullshit, that mannequin love out of here. Get it out! Get on the motherfucking hero's journey, the relationship journey. Allow yourself to be consumed by your failures and then become the fucking phoenix and be reborn. Somebody said they're supposed to be balanced in every day. I think this story is a very balanced story. I think we talked about balance throughout this whole process. I think we did that. All right.
Hey, you did you some good teaching today. That's good, Pastor. If what Pastor Zoe has said today has been a blessing to the hearers, please hit his cash.
The doors of the church are open. Ushers.
Will there be one?
Listen, on a serious note, if you want to get this knowledge, this information, more of it, intense, homework, printouts, join the Come to Mises. We all need a Come to Mises moment. All right? We all need a Come to Mises moment. That moment where we confront ourselves for not showing up, for not standing up to ourselves, for not holding ourselves accountable. Come to Mises.com. Go there right now. We need 5 people to sign up. There's nearly 300 people in here right now. It should be 300,000. But of you, we need 5 people to sign up. Go to ComeToMesus.com. Also put in the 70% discount code, which is ZoLive21. Once you put that in, come on, man, sign up right now, pay it right now. And listen, if you don't have it all, you can do payments. We have a 4-payment plan structure that's set up as well. Also, the Shrouded Lighthouse. This is my offering to humanity. I've been on that motherfucking wheel, the hero's journey. I'm still on that motherfucker. I've been around that goddamn wheel 35 times. And I failed mostly every single time. Sometimes I jump off the wheel.
No, don't jump off, man.
Mid-journey, fuck it, I'm gonna jump off the wheel. Do you understand? Listen, I haven't gotten this knowledge by watching movies. Most niggas, I watch movies like most people. I miss a lot of shit that's going on. I got to go back. I got to watch some old deep philosophical video about this shit and go, hey, that is that, right? I miss a lot of shit. So the information that I have in regards to relationships, this shit has come from failure, from doing the wrong thing. My experience taught me this. I hope to save you from that. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Go there right now, man. I appreciate everybody. Oh, yeah, Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Hidden History Museum. The brother just raised $1 million to get that project going. And that's what I love. That's what I was talking about this earlier about Tariq. Tariq, man, knows what will get the people galvanized. And I want to thank the brother for putting me in Hidden Colors 5. I appreciate that. But Tariq's got his finger on the pulse, man, and he's doing great work. And I appreciate the work that he's done. And this Hidden History Museum is just another example of, you know, not only his ingenuity, his intelligence, but the people backing him. And these are our people, my people. And I love y'all for supporting Tariq Nasheed. I love y'all for doing that. And like I said, man, I thank you guys, everybody who hit the Cash App in here, who hit the Super Chat in here. If there's anybody who purchased the masterclass, I want to thank you for that. The Shrouded Lighthouse book, like I said, pre-order your copy right now. Only 2,000 copies will be printed up. So this is a limited edition book. And do me a favor for Sarah, because Sarah brings so much to the shows. I am deeply appreciative of Sarah. I do Sarah like I've done many other people that I've given an opportunity. I just say, turn that mic on, get in there and make it work.
Thank you so much.
All right. So can everybody in the chat room send Sarah $3? If everybody does it, she's going to have a wonderful night. You understand? Because these motherfuckers down at the grocery store called her while she's on the show. Can you come in? Sarah shouldn't have to go into that motherfucker. Can we all hit Sarah with a piece of change for doing something strange on the show?
Okay. I'm tired of scanning waters.
All right.
Thank you.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This has been Zolo Mansions. I hope you learned something tonight. I sure didn't.
What?
I mean, wait a minute. Yes, I did. Anyway, great show. Appreciate y'all. Zoe Williams, I'm out. Deuces.